CueSports International and Bad Boys Billiard Productions is proud to present the 21st U.S. Bar Table Championships 10-ball division. Hi everybody, Ken Shuman here. We're coming to you live from the Grand Sierra Resort in Reno. And we are getting down to it. This is the 4th place match. There's only 4 men left. The 2 you're going to see right now. And Warren Kiamko is waiting for the winner of this match. And that will be for 3rd place. And the South Dakota Kid is waiting for that survivor for the finals. The way we've got it set for today, as long as we can stay on our schedule and work around the one pocket stuff, approximately 2:30 will be the 3rd place match and the finals at 4 p.m. Pacific. So here we go. It's a battle of the Jaysons. And this is a race to 7. Each guy has already assured himself $1,000 by reaching this far in the tournament. The winner of this match will be assured minimum $1,500. So there's $500 at stake here to go forward, and with a chance to eventually wind up with 1st place money, which is $4,250 and $2,300 for 2nd. Shane's already assured himself of 2nd. Warren's already assured himself of minimum 3rd. So we'll see who survives here and takes on the Warrior, Warren Kiamko, next up. Nine-ball division has just gotten underway here in the last 5 or 10 minutes. First round of 9-ball. And if you'd like to take a look at the 9-ball brackets and see where your favorite player is or will be, you can do so at ctsondemand.com. You can also have a look at the one pocket flow chart there as well. And I do apologize for not being able to give you more updates on the one pocket. But it's just all the way at the other end of the room for me to go up and look at the computer screens to see what's going on. And we just don't have that luxury here. But what we can tell you is we are going to bring you one pocket action live on TAR here on Friday. And that'll be the semifinals and the finals. Times to be determined. And the one pocket event is a double elimination race to 4 on the winners, 3 on the one loss side. But when it does get to the finals, it will change to a single race to 5. Meanwhile, Jayson going through first rack here. And he opens his account really nice with a 1-0 lead. And Mr. Klatt will now take his turn and see if he can duplicate that. $106 players in the 10-ball event this year. And we can assure that both men's and women's 10-ball divisions will have new champions, because both defending champions have long been eliminated. Dennis Orcuyo was the 10-ball champion last year, and Brittany Bryant on the women's side. And neither of them are anywhere to be seen at this stage of the tournament. They're both playing 9-ball, of course, but gonna crown 2 new champs here in the 10-ball. Jayson Klatt really has honed in on his break. Oh, the last 2/3 of the last match that he played with Torsten, the opening match today. He finally found the sweet spot and the correct speed, and he's been breaking very, very well. Got a little mess down there with the 6-7. But the 3 lays good to possibly open them up. And it's even possible that the 6 will go in the upper left corner just by playing the 3 straight in there and following up a little bit. So that's what he's addressing now in his mind and formulating his plan of attack. So let's see what he does. Well, he didn't get straight in on it to play the 6 in the opposite corner, if it would even go, but he does have the angle to go into the balls, and he probably has no choice but to do so. The 6 is the ball against the cushion. So what he's figuring out is when he runs into the 7, he wants to make sure that the 7 gets out of the way and he's able to see the 6. I don't think he can go into the 6 itself, and I'm not sure he'd want to. So let's see how he plays this one. Oh, he missed the 7 altogether. He was trying to clip it about half a ball, slow the cue ball down and open it up. And now he's going to have to probably just go off the right side of the 6, pinch it there, let the 7 stop it, and bring the cue ball back down here by the 8, 9, 10. He didn't want to hit the 10 and let Jayson have a look at it, but nevertheless, nothing's easy. He's going to bank at one rail. This guy's got so much confidence. There's nothing he thinks he can't make. How's the speed? Is it going to stop in time for him? Just didn't come back behind the 7. Good shot. Okay, back to you. Like to send it at the 10, I think. Unless he can cut it. I don't know if he's able to see it or not. He could back kick it towards the 10, keep the cue ball there. he's just not fully committed to it yet. He's just trying to make sure in his mind that this is the shot he wants to play. If you didn't see what happened there, he grazed the 7 ball. That's why he fouled. And he wasn't playing it there anyway. He was trying to slice it in the corner. But old Eagle Eye here has done a really good job all tournament, and especially the matches he's played here, of taking advantage of his opponent's errors. And we witnessed that even in the match with Darren, although Darren made it really close and interesting at the tail end there, and it did finally go hill after Jayson, I think, had at least a 6-3 lead. Pretty nice break there. You can see the 4 is accessible from along the cushion. The 5's going to be a little tricky unless he can play the 4 eventually and bump the 8. That's kind of what he was just rehearsing in his mind there. So we'd like the cue ball on the rail, or at no more than an inch or so off, somewhere between the diamond and the side pocket, I would think. And that's okay. He's maintained the angle fine. Hit the 8 right on the number. Perfect. Guy's got a beautiful rhythm, especially when he gets rocking and rolling out there. It almost seems like he's rushing, but it's his natural pace. And he's just so confident. You get down 1 or 2 little practice strokes and bingo. And just like that, 3-0. Well, Jason's really, Jayson Klatt here, he's really broken the balls well. He just doesn't seem to be getting that shot on the lowest ball. He's been making 1 to 2 balls pretty regularly. once again, the same result. He makes the second ball in the side, but he has no look at the ace. Yeah, he's just going to bunt the cue ball to the cushion. He's looking at back cutting it and going 3 rails with the cue ball. And that's exactly what he did. He's called it in the lower right pocket as you're looking. Watch the cue ball go 3 cushions around the 8, 9, 10. I think if Jayson Klatt was maybe a little more familiar with Jason Shaw's game, he might not have left him that shot. I've watched Jason Shaw play quite a bit over the last year and a half, and that is a shot that he actually likes to shoot, and he's very successful at it most of the time. But Klatt had really not many options on where he could push there with the cue ball right up there against the 7. He was going to have to leave something like that. I thought he might push to the long rail and make that cut even tougher, where Shaw couldn't go around those 3 balls. He'd have to run into them if he back cut it. But when things are going your way and you're playing as good and as confident as Shaw is, it almost doesn't matter where you're left. If you can see it, you can make it. And in just a brief 12 or 14 minutes here, it's 4-0. Jayson had a great run at the U.S. Open 9-ball championships last year. He came in 3rd. He got derailed at the very end there by Levan Corteza. But he went through an awfully tough field. And a 3rd place finish in that event is really something you should be proud of. And I wouldn't be surprised if someday we'll see this guy hoist a major trophy, if not more. He's still quite young in his pool career, and he's going to only get better and better. He overhit that just a bit. Yep. Now he's going to have to avoid the 8-ball in order to get back here for the 3 if he decides to play it. Came about 6 inches too far. Or maybe he's going to try to use the 8 to keep the cue ball there. I don't know if he can hit the proper side of the 8 to do that. Needs a good bump here. Didn't get it. Got it full in the face. Good attempt, though. Safe down there behind the 8-ball, or near the 5 anyway. Wants it to hit. It did. Good shot. He's just not letting Klatt get anything offensively going. Not getting any kind of a rhythm. He's played mostly safes. He had that one rack where he had a chance to open up that 6-7 that was down there on the head rail off the 3-ball, remember, and he missed them completely. And he wound up fouling in that game eventually on the 6. And that's about the only offensive opportunities that he's had since the match got going. Shaw has really kept him pinned on the defensive. And that'll wear on you too. You keep coming to the table and you have no chance to run out. He's got two choices. He can twist it, to the left of the 4 as you're looking, with left-hand English, and just graze the 3 coming out. Or he can kick 2 rails under the 10 and try to make the ball. I don't see any other options. If it's me, I'd like the 2-rail kick behind the 10 because I think you're going to get separation if you don't make it. And if you kick it the other way to the left of the 4, it's a much tougher ball to hit. You're going to have to probably reduce your speed a little bit to let the English grab. Yeah, he's called it in the lower left pocket, 2 rails. I think that's correct. But if he misses it, he wants it to hit the long rail and bounce back out. Excuse me. Oh, hell of a shot. Give him something good after that. He deserves it. Good shot, Jayson. Tough to come with something like that when you're staring 4-0 in the face, huh? That was a big, big shot there to make on that 3. He's got to close the deal here, but you'd expect him to. All right, Klatt is on the board, and he needed that big time. Now he's got a chance to get one on his own break and feel like he's in the match. Well, let's see if the break gods will smile a little more favorably on him this time. Let up a little bit on his break there. He's going to get the 1 and the 2 anyway, but as has been the pattern, no shot on the lowest ball. Well, the fact that it hit the point and came out actually is going to allow Jayson to, if he wants to just try to kick it right in the side. He may even be able to clip at the end of it. I don't know about making it in the side from where he is, but it looks like he's got the edge of the ball. And he's going to kick it at it into the side pocket. Well, he's going to get it right back. Again, that's an illegally pocketed ball because it didn't go in the pocket that he was intending it to go in. And when that happens, it's your opponent's option to pass the shot back to you or to take it. Now he's called the 4 in the lower right corner. And didn't sell much out here, other than probably a safe. Going to roll him up on the 5 here. Yep. He left him the 1 rail kick, and he'd gotten married to the 5. Jayson wouldn't be able to do this. We'll lengthen out on him. That's the first real bad mistake in the match for Eagle Eye. And now Jayson Klatt with a great opportunity here to steal this game right back. nicely done by Jayson Klatt. And he closes the gap now to 4-2. Scratch. You can see it right after contact. And that is just what Jayson Klatt hoped would happen. Not necessarily rooting for his opponent to do that, but certainly rooting for himself to get an opportunity this rack. And he's got that. And all the balls are open. He's going to have to play the 2 in the side. I don't think it goes by the 4, and he's going to just need the angle to send the cue ball somewhere towards the 4 for the 3. So he's got to take a little bit of care here and make sure he gets pretty precise on that deuce. He underhit it. You could tell he didn't hit the 1 really clean. You could see it wobble a little bit, and that slowed the cue ball down because he wanted to be a good 4 to 6 inches, if not more, closer to the spot. And now he's got a really tough cut. If he can even cut it in the side, I'm not sure. It looks like it might be so thin if he cuts it in the side, he may not be able to hit the 4 with the cue ball and slow it down for the 3. Let's see what happens here. He was able to hit the 4, but certainly didn't have any control. And now he has little or no hope. Well, I take that back. If he wants to try to cut the 3 all the way down the corner there by the 7 ball, he could then come across for the 4. But playing it in the side, I don't think he's got enough angle to do anything with the cue ball. So it's, yeah, he's going to play it in the corner. Now he's playing it in the side, or he's going to roll up on the 10. Yeah. That's pretty frustrating for a professional player to get ball in hand with 6, 7 open balls and wind up having to play safe on the 3rd shot. This is ugly right here. Just going to tap it and stay there. Yeah. But Klatt put himself in this position when he screwed up the ball in hand on the 1. And those things eventually will probably come back and get you. might be able to just barely graze this and go behind the 9-ball 1 rail. But he doesn't want much movement on the 3. Well, it's either cut it in or cross side. And he was able to slice it right in the side there. That's what I said. Jayson couldn't get much movement off that 3-ball, Jayson Klatt, or he was going to sell out. And that's, I mean, this is a really big game psychologically for Klatt because he had the ball in hand on the 1. Oh, that's got to come short off. Oh, boy. Well, both guys are kind of stepping in it here. But when you can do stuff like that, it doesn't matter, huh? And that's really tough on Klatt here, having to fade that, where you had a beautiful opportunity to go 4-3 and your break. And you can be sure he's going to be thinking about screwing up that 1 to the 2 there. So he has to regather himself here and just focus on the task at hand right here. Make a good solid break, which he's been doing, but the pool gods haven't been kind to him on the leave. And that's not going to help his cause either. As long as that 4 goes by the 6, the 7, there don't seem to be a lot of obstacles here that'll prevent him from getting out. Got to just be a little careful here. Make sure you don't hit anything. Okay. You can see the 4 goes. It's tight, but it goes. Sure to hold the proper angle on the 5. 6 goes in either corner. I think he'll play the 6 and 7 in the same pocket. Yep. And what looked like it had the earmarks of a 4-4 match last game, all of a sudden has turned into 6-2. And Well, Eagle Eye here is going to have a chance to put the set away right here. Loser of this match finishes 4th, gets 1,000. Winner is minimum 3rd. And is assured at least 1,500. And all he's got to do is beat Warren the Warrior Kiamko to have a crack at SVB. That's kind of the way things have gone the whole set here for Klatt. That Jayson Shaw breaks dry and Klatt's got nothing. Yeah, thin off the left side and 2 rails down here behind the 3-9 is probably all you can do. That's not bad at all. Well, there's a 2-8 carom there, so it's really going to be a question of being able to control the 2 and the cue ball. Now he's looking at the combination, and if he can actually play the combination, it's probably easier to control the 2 and come out with a shot, just because playing the carom, there's so little room there to hold the cue ball, unless he were to bounce out and come kind of across. It was easier than it appeared as far as the way it laid. Because he's a little off angle here on the 3, the 4 to the 5 is what he's trying to figure out now. And that was a smart choice. Now he's got a natural angle to come between the 9 and the 6. Well, he did what he needed to do. He stayed alive in the match. He's got a chance to steal another one back here. Shaw will have 2 opportunities to break to win the match if Jayson gets out here and closes it to 6-4. All right, nothing for Eagle Eye to shoot here. Good roll for Jayson Klatt there on a dry break. Well, when the guy thinks this long, you know you've made a good push. He's giving it back. Well, Shaw must have had something in mind when he pushed here, so you don't want to push and then figure it out. maybe he hadn't figured it out. Excuse me. Cross side is the call. Not sure there's any advantage to try to pocket the 2 here. I don't see. The only path possible to the 3 is just miss the 6 and then come underneath and around the 7. But good Lord, is that fraught with peril? Maybe safe behind the 4. Yeah, that's what he tried to do, but didn't get there. Well, he did about all he could do there was jam that in and then try to open things up. He's almost in a worse spot now than he was shooting a 3. I think now he's looking at a soft kick to the short rail. Just try to tie up the 4-8 maybe. 2 rails maybe. Just kind of lightly graze the 4 off the second rail. And that's exactly what he did, and he hit it really, really well. It was really nice execution there. Watch this little tap. Yep. I think he got him. Those are 2 pretty sporty safeties there by the Jaysons, especially the first one by Klatt. That was really, really well done. All right, jump cue time, and he's called the ball. Got a really good chance to have a look at the 5 here, should he make this. has a little advantage too because he's bridging off the rail. Oh, wow, that's cold. Jayson, I think, is going to wind up playing the 8 in the side or in the corner where he's standing. It looks pretty snug there by the 9. And where the 7 is, he's got plenty of room to get up there between the 8 and the 9. So I'd kind of be surprised if he did anything risky here, especially in what he hopes is the final game of the match. The 8 might go in the side too. It might be a lot easier than it appears to us on the screen. And obviously it does go in the side. All right, put another notch in Eagle Eye's belt. 7-3. And the right to continue to face Warren Kiamko coming up approximately 2:30 Pacific. Now Warren, I think, is playing a 9-ball match, but he should be available pretty close to on time there. If it's going to be delayed, we'll let you know. And that will be the match to send someone to the finals against the South Dakota kid.